And welcome into another fun-filled edition of Two Ball Guys on the Right. And some people will say, I don't understand where they came up with that name.
No.
I
No idea.
have no idea where they came up with that name. By the way, tonight we're going to be talking about New Mexico. But before we get into New Mexico, looks like Joe Biden tomorrow is going to take away our guns. He's going to sign an executive action
Yep.
to take away your guns. Gun control measure, executive action. Now, look, I don't know why he would executive action because he's got the House, he's got the Senate, he's the president, he's got the vice president. Why would he have to do executive action?
Oh, because he wants to get it done without any checks and balances. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to because he wants to look like he's the savior.
All these mass shootings. Really? I guarantee you look this number up and the number of shootings is probably no more or no less. That's the truth of the matter. But we're here to talk about New Mexico. Congratulations if your county went turquoise.
Yeah.
And congratulations to all of Southeast New Mexico pretty much is turquoise.
Poor Otero County, though. I have to say, Otero County is getting a raw end of deal because the corrections facility.
Exactly.
They're still yellow because of that correction facility. But everybody else, look at that. Lincoln, Chavez, we got the map up right now. Eddy County, Lee County, Roosevelt, Debaca, Curry. Everybody is turquoise now. That's not green. If you look at green, Cibola, San Miguel, and Harding are still green. But the rest of these are turquoise. That's fantastic.
At the same time, I just got to say, why are we playing these games?
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, why are we playing these games? Governor, pull your head out of your ass, look around, and look at all the other states. Texas, Arizona, Colorado.
Greg Molina on Facebook says, B, tell him I want him to personally come get mine. He wants Joe Biden to come get his gun. By the way, we are live tonight. We normally premiere the show at a certain time,
right?
But tonight we're actually live, so we'll take your comments
because we're ill prepared.
We're pretty much.
I've been in the doctor all day, and Will's been busy doing actual work, so I'm ill prepared. I didn't have time to come up with this stuff, but we're doing it on the fly, so your comments are welcome.
So Rodney says it's going to end for good when he comes to get mine. So, on Facebook. Well, you guys can comment on Facebook or YouTube. We're on Facebook Live tonight too. So on W105's on our radio station page. So for those of you who are used to watching on Two Ball Guys on the Right, we're on the 105 page too.
Yeah, Joe's going to be like, I'm here for your knife. I thought it was a gun. Oh, heck. So it's going to be interesting. But
Sean says he's glad he bought his gun last week.
Yeah, well, and I don't know how this is going to affect people like, our buddies at Zia Guns in Roswell. I mean, are they going to hamper your ability to buy a gun? What about ammo? I've always said the quickest way to stop people from being able to possess a gun is to slow down ammo. We know that primer and that type of stuff, you can't get your hands on it. Ammo, you can't get your hands on it.
They're making it harder and harder. But they've been doing that for a long time.
But I think what the direction Biden is going to go, he is going to sign a law in that will hold gun makers accountable and liable. And now, if somebody goes out, are you going to do this with cars too? Where if somebody is driving a Buick and they're drunk as a skunk and they kill somebody, are you going to hold Buick responsible? What about the spoon? If somebody is obese and ends up dying because they were diabetic and that type of stuff, are you going to hold a spoon liable?
Well, the spoon facilitated it, right?
Oh, no. I think it could be coming. But enough about Joe Biden. We'll talk about him on Monday. Dude gives us so much material. We could just talk about Joe Biden all day.
Well, your white shirt is between the black I'm wearing and the white shirt you're wearing. It is freaking out the camera. It's all good, though.
Camera is freaking out. Last week we were going to do the show, and I had it all prepared. I don't know if you remember the rap song, "Because I Got High," and I'd have Michelle Lujan Gresham with her little stubby legs dancing, "Because I Got High," and then I'd have like the guy who pushed the bill forward, who is a big attorney for the marijuana industry. I'm
Hmm.
talking about help me here, Javier Martinez. He
Okay.
would be because I got high. He's the guy that said that he had to have two cards because one card in New Mexico was not enough marijuana for his
Oh, that's
post-traumatic
right.
stress
That's
disorder.
right. Yeah, he didn't have it. He couldn't get enough. He actually went to California to
He had
get
to have
weed too
had to have two cards,
in two
and
different states.
I didn't know that if you had a card from California or Arizona or Colorado that you could go to any dispensary and get your marijuana and I think it's 8 ounces, 8 ounces a quarter that's a lot of weed.
Damn.
That's a
So, and
whole
you have
lot
to
of
have two
weed.
cards worth
Yeah.
8 ounces each.
So he pushed really hard to get this pushed through. And cannabis, the Regulation Act is still awaiting the governor's signature. They haven't got that. Her deal is she wants to sign all the other bills that they did in the regular session. Then she'll sign this bill. But I started going over the contracts and not the contracts, but the how much the permits would cost and a server license, which is kind of like a liquor server. You have to go through class and this and that. That's $35. Now, if you are going to operate a cannabis establishment with the hopes of having multiple roles and growing, transporting, and selling, that's a $7,500. Now, I'm just going to tell you, for medical marijuana, we're talking about $100,000 bond and all kind of other stuff. It's very, very, very expensive. So here, I mean, I was like, damn, we could have charged more. Maybe we wouldn't have to fund this thing $7 million. So cannabis producer, the micro license is $1,000. Plant cultivation does not apply to the micro businesses. And I think you're able to grow 6 plants, if I'm not mistaken. That's $50. Cannabis consumption area, 2,500. I guess they're gonna have, like, cannabis bars.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's so you can, it's places where it's legal for you to be able to
So you
smoke it.
would go to this bar. Cannabis courier. That's the guy that delivers the product to a different place.
Well,
That's a
they got this all broke down, huh?
yeah, $1,500. Cannabis manufacturer or producer, $2,500 permit. Cannabis research lab, $2,500. Cannabis retailer, $2,500. Only $2,500? That's nothing. Cannabis testing lab, $2,500.
Compared to
Verdict,
what these people are going to make on this.
yeah, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Cannabis, vertical integrated cannabis establishment, $7,500. So the
What the hell is
licensing,
that?
well, that's the guys that can do. They can distribute. They can be a courier. They can grow. They can be a testing lab. They can do
Vertically integrated
yeah,
cannabis.
whatever it is.
Okay.
And anyway, I mean, that's only $7,500. I'm telling you, to get in the marijuana business, it's not a lot of money.
Charles says that he thinks that that lawyer was selling the pot on the side. He was getting it from his California
It
source.
could have been.
So
Hey,
Lori,
now this is the same guy that freaked out because somebody said, "We're coming after you." Ah! Ah!
is that
Triggered! And then state police went there.
was
And
that Jacob Candelaria?
yes, that's who it is. I'm
Jacob
sorry.
Candelaria. Okay.
Jacob Candelaria. Javi Martinez is another guy that back the bill. Yeah, yeah. Jacob Candelaria. Ah! I'm triggered. I'm triggered. And then you remember the lady from Hobbs who owns a vape shop was testifying, and she was caught on a live mic saying that I'm just putting up with these little bitches over here. Well, he took offense and
Oh,
said
yeah.
it's because I'm gay that you
She
said
called
that.
him a little bitch. It's
And
like,
that-
no, it's because you're being a little bitch.
yeah,
We're calling you a little bitch.
We have no problem with you being gay, but yeah. You are being a little bitch, Jacob Candelaria. So
Ron on YouTube says, "LOL, paranoia." Sean says, "If your pot isn't delivered in 30 minutes or less, is it free?" LOL.
well, and I think Domino's ought to get that license. They could deliver you your pot
And your munchies.
and your munchies.
Yeah.
And they, they can start selling Doritos also. I think it would be awesome.
So it says cultivation and firearms will get you a felony. Mess around and find out. Of course, he didn't say mess. That's off of Facebook. So said Randy. 8 ounces is not a lot of weed, he said.
I don't know, man. 8 ounces. Look, I have my medical card. Now, I just do gummies now, but I mean, 8 ounces is a lot of weed. I want you to. I mean, weed weighs nothing. 12 ounces of Coke. That weighs 8 ounces of weed. That's like a gallon-sized bag. That's a hell of a lot of weed.
Lori on Facebook, guns don't kill people. It's people that kill people, and they kill people with knives and machetes and vehicles. Idiot Democrats.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. So we'll see if Joe remembers that. Am I supposed to be doing something today?
Executive. Oh, no, he's got it. He's got his handlers. He's got his puppeteers that are going to be sitting there going, oh, yes, here, this is what you need to do. Go ahead and sign this executive order. And then I'm just, depending on how extreme it goes, look out.
This could be why the dogs are biting people, is because they feel that Biden's been taken advantage of. That could be it. Just saying. I don't know. So to get in the weed business in New Mexico is nothing. I mean, serious. I could open a storefront and start selling. And of course, it doesn't happen until next year. But still,
I mean, if you got 5 or 10 grand, you got product, you got your license, you got whatever you need.
And I wonder if you could start growing today to ramp up. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the medical marijuana doesn't have enough marijuana. They do not have enough marijuana. That's why they started allowing people to grow their own and then sell it to the, sell it to the facilities.
Right, back to the dispensaries.
Yeah. Because they didn't have enough marijuana, because you could only have X amount of plants, and they kept adding people to the program and didn't have the foresight to go, well, if we add more people, we need to add more plants.
Tom may be right. He says they're making it legal to give them another reason so we can't have firearms.
Well, I mean, I have my medical marijuana card, and I still possess firearms.
So you could put his resignation papers in front of him and he'd sign it. The puppet signs whatever is put in front of him. So okay, can we arrange that maybe?
What exactly is it?
Is it possible for a president to resign? I mean, I guess it is.
I don't know if we want that, though. I mean,
wait a minute.
I mean, then we get Kamala Harris, and you think Biden's bad. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, I know Kamala's pulling his string, but I don't know.
This is the way I used to do Joe Brown.
So what it said that they kept their guns upstairs. He can't make it upstairs, so they're safe.
He's not getting up there. No doubt. He's not getting.
Well, I wonder which one of his Gestapo police forces are going to come enforce these laws, because I know the local sheriffs in our area have already said,
ain't gonna happen.
Hell no.
Ain't gonna happen. He'll probably go to his buddy Michelle Lujan Gresham in New Mexico. I mean, try doing that crap in Texas. It ain't gonna happen. You think their governor is going to adhere to this? Oh, hell no. Now, our governor will, and she'll probably get state police to be the Gestapo, which is sad.
It is sad.
It's kind of sad.
Hey, guys, do me a favor real quick. We're almost at 1,000. So I know if you're watching on Facebook that you're not on YouTube. So, but if you would, guys, take the time to go to YouTube real quick to our page, Two Bald Guys on the right, and hit the subscribe button and the notifications, because we are almost at 1,000.
We're like this close.
We are really, really close.
We're like this close.
And 1,000 is where we start making money. 1,000 is where it's possible for us to get monetized.
We're like this close.
This close. And while you're there, if you're on YouTube and you never had an account, you'd like and follow our Be in the Breakfast Club page too. We're this close on that page too. We're right there.
We're right here. We're this close. Yeah. Very close. So looks like New Mexico is eliminating the the police immunity from prosecution. No, this bill has been watered down. This is not the bill that they originally had planned, where they could hold police officers accountable. And personally. So they watered it down a little bit, but it would they'd be able to sue the municipalities. And as I read this AP story, the Gresham said this is not an anti-policing bill.
Whatever.
This bill does not endanger any first responders, public servants. So that's what the bill first, the first part of the bill, but then they kind of watered it down. She said this bill has been backed by an unusual coalition, including civic-minded founders of Ben and Jerry.
Wow, that's who I'm looking for. Whenever I want to know about some good, policies, Ben and Jerry's is who my foremost authority. That's who I go for.
Charles Koch, who is a billionaire. They had to mention Charles Koch. And then she goes on to say Americans for Prosperity, a conservative-backed nonprofit, also backed this bill. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to tell you who's going to be, they're going to make a windfall. And that's people like Brian Ingoff, who is the Speaker of the House. He's an attorney. He's going to make a lot of money because a lot of municipalities are going to be sued over dumb stuff like this. They are going to be sued and can't wait for that. So congratulations, Brian Ingoff. You're about to have, the only people that are going to enjoy this will be the attorneys.
And you wonder why there's so many attorney politicians who are passing these laws. Guess who benefits from 90% of these new laws? Even though there's already laws on the books for a lot of these crimes, the new laws are only benefiting these lawyers.
Now, this is why, and a lot of people are like, I can't believe you said that. This is why I think we should have paid legislators in New Mexico. Because if not, the only people you get are lawyers and rich people that can actually, go to Santa Fe and take time, 60, 30 days off. And I say rich, maybe that's not, people that are able to take that time off. That's who you're getting. We're not getting somebody that will go up there and fight for us, but that it's a full-time job now. I think it's a good idea to pay. So we have, in our area, we have a bunch of conservatives that go up there and fight for us, but I think they should be paid. I do.
Talk about Facebook says, maybe if they give the criminals ice cream, they won't resist as much.
No, I think that's an awesome idea.
Let's just keep giving them more and more.
Cannabis and infused ice cream, I think it would be awesome.
Yeah, because then they'll be mellow. Cedric had said, this has nothing to do with anything, but I just had Cattle Baron and it was great. Well, I'm just happy that they're open.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't think the Hobbs location is open.
By the way,
again.
did you see Tommy over there?
Yeah, right. At the buffet. Why do you think he's not in here with us? Number one, it's two bald guys on the right.
Oh, so man, I got plans. I'm falling asleep umpiring the game.
I got this 3-plate deal going.
Yeah, he's a 3-plater. Looks like the governor signed SB 304, a bill establishing and this is actually a good thing because Speaker of the House Brian Ingoff fought this. He did not want an independent redistricting committee. Yeah, because they wanted to cook the books. So we know that in New Mexico, they're going to do whatever they can do to wipe out CD3, or is it CD2, which is Yvette Herrell's district. They're going to do whatever they can to push that district.
The only conservative district in New Mexico. Yeah, they're going to make it so they can rewrite the lines so that they can say, okay, there's no more conservative districts so that the Democrats can take full control of the state. Because right now, they're pissed off that we have at least this one little corner of our state.
Yeah. So the governor, it looks like it's going to be an independent conference. Hopefully they do not cook the books. And I think the original idea was they would push that district more into Albuquerque. And that way, but that district is already landmass wise, one of the largest districts, congressional districts.
Yep.
So if you keep adding to it, how many hours from, say, Albuquerque to Lee County? That's a 5-hour drive.
Yeah.
That's that's a big district for sure.
Oh, awesome. Cedric says it wasn't Hobbs. I didn't realize Hobbs was back open. That's cool, Cedric. Thank you for letting us know. And congratulations to these restaurants that are finally able to get back open and actually have customers. And now with Turquoise, guess what? bars can start
Oh,
opening.
really?
Turquoise means bars can start opening,
Wow.
limited amount.
I'll say it again. Just open the damn
Oh,
state.
I agree.
Quit screwing around.
What's the
Open
next color
state.
going to be? Are we just going to go full open? Is it going to be clear or,
I was in Lubbock today and didn't bring a mask, don't want to wear a mask. And usually when I go to the doctor, they're like, somebody's there, they check your temperature. All that was gone. All of that was gone. And I don't know if you know this, the day they stopped mandating the mask, you know what happened? The next month, the numbers are down.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? They threw a fit. How many people did you see on the news throwing a fit about Texas and their mask mandate?
You can still wear a mask if you want to wear a mask.
But they got rid of it and the numbers went down.
But what they can't do is make you wear a mask. I think if there's still a business owner and they want to do it, I guess they could do it. I don't know how that would work. But the governor said for sure, no mask mandate. So that's pretty much done. We're up here. If you want to comment, we'd love for you to comment and be part of Two Ball Guys on the Right. We'd love that.
Yeah, Jody says, I bet the governor's pissed off that Southeast New Mexico is turquoise. Oh, she is.
Just not fair.
It's
just not
Scooty says, we're just 100 subscribers away from 1,000. I know, we're right there. I mean, right there, just 100 away. So we got 900 now. So if you guys could, go to YouTube and hit the subscribe button, that would help us a ton because we're so close we can taste it.
Looks like Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham also signed Senate Bill 146 and the law, which amends the emergency activation of the New Mexico Defense Force for militia duty, ordered by the governor. I thought militia was a dirty word with the liberals.
Usually.
For militia.
Unless they're using it.
Duty.
Unless they're using it or the militia is going to be used to protect the Capitol, those walls. Because they're okay with walls and militia if it's to protect Democrats.
Yeah. I wonder if she's going to send them to the border.
By the way, speaking of the wall, did you hear that Biden's filling in the gaps in the border wall? They're rebuilding. They stopped the wall building, but now they're going to fill in the gaps. I'm sorry, but what is building a wall if not filling in the gaps?
Thank you for completing the Trump wall.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's exactly. We need to make sure and rub that in any chance we get.
Yeah, thank you so much. By the way, we're number one at something. I mean, and when we're number one in something in New Mexico, we need to shout it from the highest building because we're not number one often.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Well,
because we're number one in a lot of bad lists.
We're number one. New Mexico health officials today reported more progress in getting residents vaccinated.
Oh.
State continues to lead the United States in the vaccine rollout. 50% of all residents 16 and older have received their first shot. 31% of residents have completely gotten the vaccination. That means both shots. So congratulations going out to the state. We're number one.
It's one of the few good ones. I get. It depends on how you look at it, if that's good or not.
I follow a progressive Facebook page. It's called New Mexico Progressive blah, 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 blah. And there's a guy, his name is Gabe Vasquez, wrote a opinion piece, and they published it on this New Mexico Progressive blah, 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 blah. And he said, the border makes New Mexico great.
The border does, huh?
The border makes New Mexico great. He said, people coming over here and being part of the building boom in New Mexico and filling jobs that nobody else wants to do makes New Mexico great. So he also goes on to really throw some shade on Republicans.
I'm all for people coming here and getting jobs and doing what they need to do.
And taxes.
As long as they're coming here legally.
Yeah, and paying taxes.
Just get them here legally.
So he said, the passage, it became the rite of passage for Republicans out of state and in state and about out of touch politicians to stoke fear and about the U.S.-Mexican border, but especially disappointing to see our Congresswoman Yvette Herrell stoking the flames. And a recent trip to El Paso, Yvette Herrell and a handful of U.S. congressmen, she went with
Ted Cruz.
With Ted Cruz and those guys.
Yep.
organized and staged a media opportunity to protest the Biden administration reversal of the Trump cruel asylum.
I'm just glad the Republicans are actually doing something. How long have we had Republicans when we had control of the House and the Senate, and the Republicans
we did nothing.
Didn't do anything?
We did we could have fixed this immigration problem right then and there, and Republicans didn't do a damn thing. And I thought about leaving the party at that point because they didn't do a damn thing. But they called it Trump's cruel asylum policies. Do you know, Gabe? Let me call you by your name, Gaby, that even the people that come over here and file for asylum, only 3% actually get to stay because they qualified for asylum. 3%.
Let me just ask you, Gabe, is there more of a crisis whenever Trump was in office or when Biden was in office? Is there more travesty happening at the border with the living conditions of these people whenever Trump was in office or now that Biden's in office? And who's denying it? Who's denying it happening at all or trying to fix it at all? Trump actually was actively trying to fix the border situation by stopping people from coming into the country illegally and allowing them to come in through the proper channels. I know it's hard to understand, but there's a legal way to come into this country.
Wait, legal? Illegal. And just in case somebody can't figure that out.
And when are these Democrats going to understand that you just can't keep taking everybody and we can't fix the world's problems. We can't just accept everyone and pay for everybody. We only have a certain amount of money.
You know, $25,000 per child to house these kids. We're now up to 19,000 kids. And so far, more than 50,000 have come and gone because some of those kids, and we're still paying probably, some of those kids were actually signed off to relatives that came to claim them. I saw the video this morning of that little 9-year-old, 8 or 9-year-old that was wandering in the desert by themselves. I got to ask, what kind of parent puts their kids in the hands of coyotes? Or it could be coyotes. Either he's wandering the desert.
If they're wandering in the desert, I think you got to worry about both kinds for sure.
So Gabe, please stop it already.
Just get out of here. I mean, I'm sorry, but common sense, please get some people. Shooty says, I believe it as far as the COVID vaccinations and being number one in New Mexico. It's been there's been a line at the event center in Hobbs forever now. The vaccine every day for like 2 to 3 months, it seems like.
So I know a lot of people are getting but you know what? I also know a fair amount of people are like, I ain't getting that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I've talked to.
I ain't getting that.
Just like not. Jody says, Little Hitler has a new color chart for the counties and the number of people with the vaccines.
Stop with the color charts. I understand. You got Jacob Candelaria over there deciding what color is next. Purple. Purple's next.
That's fantastic. Well, we're just going to have a full rainbow in New Mexico, which is what Jacob wants.
Let's just stop. Let's just open all the businesses up, full capacity. The hell with this mask mandate. Less and less people are not wearing the mask anyway.
Never going to happen.
I was at Walmart yesterday. By the way, nobody's checking at the door anymore. Nobody's checking at the door. And I was surprised to see the amount of people not wearing a mask.
Same. So, I went grocery shopping this weekend and same thing.
I mean, we're done with it, Governor. I mean, you can keep on and up, but we're done. We're not having it anymore. And you know what? If Albuquerque wants to do that, Santa Fe wants to do that, they can do it to their heart's content.
Look, we slowed the spread. We're turquoise now. We're done. Can we get back to full normal? I'm happy that more and more of the state is opening up. I'm happy that less and less restrictions, but we should be done with this already.
We're done. We're finished. And Governor,
it never should have been to this degree ever.
So,
ever.
You know, if this woman gets elected next year for 4 more years in New Mexico, I hate to tell you guys, we're done. We're finished. We're finished. We cannot take 4 more years. So we have one candidate on the Republican side that Jay Block has said that he is going to run. And there are rumors that Karen, help me out with her last name.
Badini. Did I say it right?
Badini is going to run. Now, she is a Native American. She is from Kinley County. and we had her on our morning show, being the Breakfast Club, and very intelligent, um, and which kind of goes against the Native American culture to be a Republican. It really does.
Well, and she was. I liked a lot of what she had to say on the show the other day. If you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. But under being the Breakfast Club, you can go back and watch the
And
interview.
so she hasn't yet come out and said that she is going to run, but I got a feeling she will declare as a candidate. And that's all we have at this point. And we're 20 months away from the election. Now, I have heard rumors that Steve Pearce is going to run again. And if I could give Steve Pearce some advice, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I really strongly feel that we need new blood in the Republican Party in New Mexico. Can somebody comment? Do you think we need new blood? I just don't think Steve Pearce, he lost last time, and it wasn't pretty. It just wasn't pretty. And I'm not one to say identity politics, but to me, we need a younger person, and I hate to say it, Hispanic or Native American.
We have to play their game. I to some degree. I would rather. I mean, I don't care what color they are, as long as they represent our values and they're good people. Who cares? But apparently, the good old boys club apparently still does.
We asked that question to Jay Block and to Karen about the Republican good old boys, and she said definitely there is a good old boy program. And so, what do you think? What do you think about that? Any of those candidates, you think would be good? Steve Pearce, Karen, or Jay Block?
Look, I love Steve. I think he's great. I think he was a great. He was a great congressman. But I just think that there's. We've been in order to get elected in Santa Fe and Albuquerque, we have to do something else.
I like to win. I'm all about winning.
Karen says, I just got harassed about not having a mask at a gas station in Pleasanton, Texas. Pleasanton, Texas? Is that how you say that?
Really? Pleasant up there by San Antonio?
Apparently.
Wow. They don't have a mask rule.
No, they don't. But businesses can choose to or not to, and just like no shoes, no shirt, no service, they can refuse you if you don't have a mask on.
I'll be like, well, I'm not taking your service. I'm gonna take. And we talked about this the other morning. Since when is it a business's job? Do you know what my business's job is? To make damn money. Since when is it Coca-Cola or Delta Airline or American Airlines job to get involved in politics?
Right.
Sooner or later, the shareholders are going to go, shut the hell up, sit down, and sell your product.
I just hope it's sooner.
I'm hoping to.
So Rana says she was super impressive with her viewpoints, and that was on the Facebook interview with Karen. I agree, she was. I was very impressed. I liked a lot what she had to say. From Smokey on Facebook, it sent me a couple of memes. This is the real villains in America aren't black people, they aren't white people, they aren't Asians, they aren't Latinos, they aren't women, they aren't gays, they aren't Native Americans. They are the radical journalists, teachers, and professors who do nothing but sow division between us and between the American people.
I agree 100% with that. I do. I agree that, the media, but look, it's deeper than that. It's the media, it's social media. Look, we had the guy from, and I can't remember the guy's name, the Twitter CEO. What's his name? Cook? And that little hipster with the.
I think you're talking about
Tim Cook.
Oh, no.
No, is that not Tim Cook?
No, huh? No, I'm trying.
I can't think of the guy's name.
Now I'm drawing a blank too.
Anyway, he admitted that they kept the info away from us when it came to Hunter Biden. He admitted it.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, and so did Zuckerberg. I mean, they did too.
Jack Dorsey.
Jack Dorsey, thank you.
Jack Dorsey. I mean, which is close, right? It's in the neighborhood.
Tim and that's what Tom A would say. Tim Cook, Jack Dorsey, it's close.
So he admitted that they throttled you if you posted something about Hunter Biden. That it's not that some didn't get through, but definitely They
And now they've blocked our former president from having any kind of
That's just
social media, anything at all. I'm
that
sorry,
ought to
but
be against the law.
and not knowing what he's going to say. I mean, if you're going to block something because you believe it's in intentionally misleading, which I think even
Right.
that there should be some values of freedom of speech.
I'm blocked for another 26 days on Facebook, and I live in Facebook jail. And you know what? My wife is like, "Haven't you learned your lesson?" Nope, and will not. And will not. I am going to continue to spew the truth over and over. And if it hurts somebody's feelings, so be it. Put me in Facebook jail. Now they're talking about my Be in the Breakfast Club page that they're going to unpublish it.
Well, there's lots of that. I see more and more people on Instagram, more and more people on TikTok getting threatened with being taken off completely.
And you know what I have to say? You dirty rat bastard.
And like they did to Steven Crowder. I mean, they banned him for several days on YouTube. And I think he's finally back now. Of course, he just went to one of his other channels and had his buddy, the Hodge twins, do some stuff.
Right. So it's a different world we live in, because if you tell the truth, that's not good enough. And or if you hurt somebody's feelings, it's not good enough. Look, I have had some ugly things on Facebook told to me. Now, if you respond to that, you're the one that's going to get put in Facebook.
Well, it's just
jail.
like the guy with the gun the other day against Antifa. Antifa threw rocks at him. They threw a can of paint on the front of his windshield. And when he got out there throwing rocks at him, he didn't point the gun. He pulls the gun in a low ready position and says, "Step back." And he's the one that got arrested.
They brought him to the ground.
They arrested him. They didn't arrest the rock throwers. They arrested him. It's the same concept. It's whatever the right does, it's immediately demonized, and the left can get away with murder. And as long as we allow this to continue.
And by the way, much of that's going to be coming after the Chauvin trial. I'm just saying, the police officer in Minneapolis, if this guy walks, and if
they keep trying in the third degree, maybe, but if they keep trying to go for second degree,
it ain't going to happen.
It's not going to happen. No jury who can honestly are listening to the evidence. I mean, you can't even make an argument for second degree unless there's something we don't know. And he actually knew ahead of time. George Floyd was there, planned it all, went there, and had an intention to kill him.
Premeditated. How is that? But if you look at the video, I got to say, the attorney pointed this out a couple days ago, and I went back and looked several times. It does look like the knee is actually on his shoulder and not on the neck.
Crazy.
It does.
Rocky, what's up, buddy? Rocky texts in and says, "What are you guys doing on tonight?"
Rocky,
Kevin's out of town tomorrow.
My wife has been out of town. She's been out of country now for 3 long months, and I get to go pick her up. She flies out in about 2 hours, 3 hours. And so I pick her up tomorrow night. I'll be in Dallas, and I pick her up Friday morning. We'll spend the night in Dallas and then drive back home. So I'm
going to need you guys in the morning too, because I have to do the show with Tom by myself.
Boy, if it's a replacement of
actually, that's Friday morning. Tomorrow's Thursday.
Yeah,
you're actually going to be here tomorrow.
Okay. If it's going to be much of the same that we had today, that's scary.
So Friday, I'm going to need you guys.
It's going to be scary. So the governor got a lot of things going on with Michelle Lujan Grisham. All I can say is we need a candidate that can win. I do not like losing. Look, I hear it all the time. Well, put up a good fight. That's just not good enough.
No, it's not.
I want to win, and I want Michelle Lujan Grisham to go back wherever the heck she came from. I can't say that.
We're in a good position. We're in a good position to take this because there's a lot of people that are very ticked off with the Democrat Party and ticked off with Michelle Lujan. A lot of independents who I think would vote for the right candidate. That's the key, though. We have to find the right candidate who is able to appeal to those moderates.
Right. But I also believe that you need to be able to appeal to the people up north, especially the Hispanics up north that have been voting Democratically for 100 years or more.
More and more Democrats are walking away, considering how everything, they're starting to open their eyes. They're starting to look at other news sources other than the normal MSNBC, CNN. So just encourage that. And that's why having conversations with your liberal friends is such an important thing. Trying to talk to them. I understand it's like sometimes like nails on a chalkboard. But at some point you have to have a real conversation with people and try to get them to see the light and make some of these points that we make some of these good points. And I know some of them are never going to hear you. I know some of them are going to keep arguing, but we'll do what you can to try try to spread some kind of common sense throughout the land, because
Governor kept us safe, Will. You don't get it. She kept us safe.
the only way we're ever, as a country and as a state, going to come out of this funk is if we can get get back some kind of modicum of control.
She got my rent paid for 3 months, too.
Tom says Dallas will be rocking. Is it, can I come to the station to take Tom's place? Was Rocky? Rocky, I'm seriously thinking about it. I know.
Can you stay awake?
Yes. Can you stay awake? Can you read text messages?
If you can't read,
So thank you guys for hanging out with us on YouTube and Facebook tonight as we were doing it live for a change. And we appreciate all the comments. And we'll be back on Monday.
Monday we'll be back on. Well, I got a lot of stuff. I've already started saving some of Biden's videos. Now, if he signs this executive order, hopefully he gives a speech.
Not going to happen.
And he'll be like, I'm signing executive order because of knives kill people.
Yeah, knives kill people. Those machetes are bad.
Don't knives kill people at a higher rate than ARs? And Oh, okay. Okay.
There's other things that kill. Stairs apparently kill people more than ARs.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And Biden can attest to that.
Yeah,
for sure.
No, I mean, for real. People die from stair falls more than they do from mass shootings and guns.
Hey, please go to the YouTube page. Please subscribe. Please tell your friends we're 100 short of being monetized. 100.
They're going to deplatform us pretty quick anyway, but we'd like to at least achieve that goal if we could. That'd be great.
That'd be awesome. God bless you guys.
Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. We'll be back on Monday night.